What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GameFreak. Today, I am going to go over, as promised, I talked about this in the last episode of the Retro Hour. As you can see, right around there. I'm bad with this aiming, but I have a countercade, I should say, that my wife got me for an early birthday gift. She gave that to me on Friday, so I had all weekend to pretty much play around with it, and she knows that I'm a huge arcade nut and obviously a big gaming fan. You know, I talked her into letting me make this spare room into my game room, so I got all my consoles and everything in here, a couple arcade machines that I built, and I do have room in here for maybe one more arcade machine, which I'm planning on building sometime in the future. But I'm running out of room for arcade machines. Plenty of room for other stuff. But this was really smart of her, and I can't thank her enough for doing this, buying this countercade, because with that, I got a lot of stuff like the TVs and everything hanging in here. So they're up off the ground. I have my games up on shelves and everything. So I have room for things like countercades. And the cool thing about that is, I can get like 20 of these things and I'll have plenty of room. Not that I'm going to get 20 of them, but it's really cool. But this one really surprised me because I knew that she already knew that I was into arcades and stuff like that. But it shocked me that she picked this particular one, because I've always thought, and I don't think I've ever told her, maybe I have and she remembers and I don't, but I've always liked the Ms. Pac Man better than regular Pac Man, even though I'm a huge Pac Man fan. For some reason, I just thought Ms. Pac Man, they did it right. There's not too much of a difference, but there's enough of a difference to like one more than the other, if that makes any sense. But this is really cool because this countercade, it has 5 games on it. And let me read you the games real quick. It obviously has Ms. Pac Man on it. It has Super Pac Man on it. Galaxian, Kings and Balloon, and Rompers. So I've been having tons of fun with this thing. And I can't wait to show you guys like the gameplay and everything. I'll do a little measurement for you to let you know like how big it is and everything. So maybe if you're interested in getting one of these, you can see how much space it takes. And it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it will take up a lot of your time because they are tons of fun to play with. So let's get into some gameplay real quick. Let me show you how this thing runs and the dimensions of it. Let's check it out real quick. Alright, so here are the measurements. So height-wise, it's right around 16 inches. And width, you're looking at about 9.5 inches. So it doesn't take up too much space at all. So here's a little bit of gameplay. And I love the click of the joystick and everything. Really brings back some memories, man. This was just a awesome gift on her part. I'm still thrilled that she got this. And when you want out of a game, all you have to do is go over to the player 1 button and you hold that down for 5 seconds and it will bring you back to the main menu and you get to play or pick another game. I was never good at this game, obviously. See me get destroyed right there, Galaxian. It's a fun game, but I'm just not good at it. And I'm not going to lie, the other 2 games, or not other 2 games, but the other 3 games, I've never played, like Super Pac Man, and I've never played King and Balloon or Rompers. I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of this Super Pac Man. I prefer the original Pac Man over this, but hey, it is what it is, man. It's not going to be a grand slam out of the ballpark with all 5 games, but that's okay. Miss Pac-Man is like the main reason why I love this little arcade machine. It's great. Whole hell of a lot better than those mini arcades or micro arcades. At least I have some hand room on this. Now this game wasn't too bad, this Kingdom Balloon, because it's kind of like Space Invaders and Galaxian, like mixed, put together. So this one wasn't too bad. It is a good challenge, and I'm not too good at this either. So yeah, this is the first time I ever played this one. Alright, so super cool, man. I love these things. Now, the thing why I would recommend these, if you don't have that much space, Arcade 1-Ups, they make some beautiful cabinets, but they are pricey. I remember the first time I seen a Arcade 1-Up, in fact, it was, what was it, Sam's Club. I was at Sam's Club with the wife, and I was like, holy crap, man, this is pretty cool. And at that time, what was it? It was a NFL Blitz, I think, and then they had the Pac Man Arcade 1-Up. At that time, them prices, I think, were like $200, and it was a full cabinet. Now, they run around $600. So, there's some price gouging going on, a lot of greed. People blame inflation, and they can do that all they want, but that's just taking the sides of these millionaire and billionaire assholes that like to just jack prices up. And this is greed, plain and simple. It's not inflation. I mean, yeah, there's inflation going on, but this is total greed, and I'm not gonna sit here and bash Arcade 1-Up or anything, because I will bash their executives, because it's just dirty money, man. But they do make good products. But what I've heard, and I don't own any, this is the only Arcade 1-Up that I own, but did I say that right? Only one Arcade 1-Up that I own. But from what I've heard is the earlier models were better built, and I've heard that they've kind of went cheap on them full size cabinets. But I don't know. I mean, you let me know if you own some. I still think a lot of them look beautiful, and they have so many like awesome options. Man, I can't talk tonight. I'm getting all pumped up about this, but there's so many great arcade options out there, and these cabinets look magnificent. I mean, I would love to have all these different cabinets, but I obviously needed a bigger room. Maybe someday I'll build another building on our property, like I did with my bar and stuff, to make a tavern. Maybe I need to make an arcade room, and it could be my new game room and GameFreak Central. That'd be cool. But yeah, these arcade cabinets, they're beautiful and everything, but these countercades, man, I'm telling you what, they are a little bit pricey. I will say that, but it beats the hell out of $600 for a full size one. If you have the room and the money, go for it for the full size. But these countercades, they run anywhere. You can find sometimes they're on sale for like $100, and all the way up to like $200, which is what the full size cabinets used to be. So, like I said, greed, man. There's a lot of greed going on, and it's not just the video game industry. It's tons of different companies. But I think this one, I think I looked it up, and it was around 170, something like that. But man, I'm having a lot of fun. So I didn't pay for it. The wife did. She's happy if I'm happy. She knows that I enjoy these things. So hey, if you're looking for a more budget-friendly way of having an arcade experience at your home, I do recommend these countercades, man, and they don't take up much space. So I thank you guys for tuning in tonight and checking this out. Great early birthday gift, man. I loved it. Still do love it. I'm going to continue playing it because, Miss Pac Man is one of my favorite arcades, man. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, game on, everybody.